How's it going, everyone? We are back with another weekly watch list. But before I go any further, I just want to say Merry Christmas to anyone observing and happy holidays to you all. Hope you're all having a great time with family, friends, loved ones, and making some memories, trying to spend some quality time. I think that's the most important thing to do this time of year. But let's hop right in. So, obviously, post holidays here, week trading week will be starting on Tuesday. We have our watch list for SPY and IWM. So we'll kick things off with IWM here on the weekly. Support, resistance, and Fibonacci. So I'm going to start off with Fibonacci real quick because first I'm going to be watching for is this resistance at 203. Okay, we take our swing high, take our swing low. We get the 50 fib reject here at this 203 level, which you can see we got very, very close to. We got to 202.81 and rejected that level. So far it's been valid. Above that, I do have the 61 fib all the way up here at 212. For other resistance levels I do have as well is going to be here at 2. This actually, see here, this 50 fib here is actually supposed to be for this level. So I do need to just quickly move this drawing down. I'll probably do it off camera. But this is going to be the Fibonacci, the 203 50 fib. I also have this resistance up here, which is just the high of this candle here at 204.8. So those are going to be the resistance levels I am watching on IWM. Let's take it down to the 15-minute, which is where I'll draw most of my support and resistance and usually confirm it on the hourly. First is going to be, again, Friday's previous, for the last trading day's previous high and low for support and resistance. So I do have 200.19 here as the first support. If we do break below that, I have next support at 197.49, next support at 196.09, and then lastly, a support and resistance flip at 194. So what you can actually see down here at this zone level here. And I'm always marking zones, and the zones will always just be wick to the nearest body. Usually it's the body of the candle that is wicking. So this resistance, which was last Wednesday's high, and then turn to support. So I will be watching this 194 zone as well, primarily this 194 level, if we do break all the way down here. Let's see here. So lastly, any Fibonacci here. Again, the way I do Fibonacci is also mark out support and resistance first. I'll see if any line up, but I don't have any that line up here on the hourly. So we do have that, again, 50 fib here from the weekly, and then we have that weekly resistance as well up at 204.80. Okay, so we'll wrap up over here with SPY. Recently, too, I've been taking most of my trades on SPY as well. Haven't been trading IWM as much. Still watch it every single day. So mark support and resistance. It's just literally when I'm going to execute a trade. I've just been having more of my setup, my system, my strategy play out on SPY. So support 471.68. So our low of day Friday. Underneath that, we're down here at 468.86, which is also a fib. We'll get to that in a second. 467.81 under that here. And then lastly, all the way underneath that, I have 464.44 down here as well. So these are going to be my support levels for SPY. Resistance, first one is going to be this 475.37 high a day. And then just above that, I have 475.89. So if you really look at this at like a 4 hour, it's really just like a supply zone. So up here in this 474 to 475.3 to 475.80 is really just going to be right between these two levels here, from this like wick here to this body here. This is going to be a supply, and supply for those that are newer, even though I'm newer to trading, I've only been trading for a year. You want to see for supply, a smaller green candle followed by a very large red candle. And that's what you see here. And I like to find my supply and demand on the 4 hour, 1 hour as well sometimes, but mostly the 4 hour, because that's where you'll see these bigger candles. So this is going to be a really strong supply up here in this 475.3, 475.9 really. And again, none of these matter until there's price action and volume to confirm at the level. Another resistance I have is 476.03, and that comes from the weekly as well. And that's just going to be the opening price of this candle here. So it opened, we had a big sell-off that week here. This was the first week of last year as well. I believe it was 2021 actually. Let's see. This is 2023. Yeah, I believe it was the beginning of the year. Actually no, it was the end of 2021. Yeah, it was the end of 2021. is when we had this big sell-off here. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm just rushing here and not realizing it, but that does look like, yeah, because here we go into 2022, and then of course 2023. So yeah, the end of 2021. So that level here. So up here, this 476.03. And then lastly, again, just for Fibonacci. So looking at swing high, swing low. If you can try to point this out before me, go ahead. But I see obviously a clear swing low here to a clear swing high here. 61 fib is already right at that support that I have here. So this is going to be at 468.57. Okay. And then I have this 50 fib up here at 469.97, aka 470. And the only reason I wrote that down is you can see I don't have a level there. But you do see right above the 50 here, we are wicking right here. In this area here, we already have a few times. Plus, it's a whole psych number, right? It's a whole number, psych number 470. Anytime there's whole numbers on these indexes, S&P, IWM, QQQ, right? There you have whole psych numbers like 470, 465, 460, 480. Like anything that's a whole number here are usually levels of interest. So I do have that on watch as well. So that's all I have for this week. So again, most importantly, I hope you guys had a great holiday. If you did observe Christmas, hope you had a Merry Christmas. And if you have enjoyed these videos or have watched them or kept up, I greatly appreciate it a ton. Again, I'm new to trading. This will be a year full time on January 23rd of 2024. And every day I've been loving it a ton. It's just become a huge part of my life. So I genuinely support anyone who's watching and hope you come along for the ride with me and we can keep pushing and improving together. So I hope you all have a great week in health, life, business, careers, and I will see you all next week. Take care.